You're tuned in to Nerd Overload, your weekly show for video games, movies, TV shows, comics, tech news, and more. Sponsored in part by MB Subculture Comics and Costumes. Now your hosts, Cody Pennick, Samantha Cross, Sam Dunham, and Josh Harrison. Well, grab your giblets and put your cranberry sauce in your mashed potatoes. It's Nerd Overload, your favorite pop and geek culture show. I'm Sam.
I'm Josh.
I'm Samantha.
And I'm Cody.
Hey, thank you all for tuning in on this Thanksgiving weekend. We have a bunch of news to go over. But first, let's get into some things we've been talking about. Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just talk about Pokemon.
Let's talk about
You knew
Pokemon.
it was coming.
Yeah. We've only been hyping this game every show for like the last 3 months.
At least.
At least.
Not really by choice.
No, it's just that there's always news.
Yeah, it's just always in the news.
Yeah, so it's out, and it's pretty good.
It's like the
we all have
90s.
it. Yeah.
Oh, it's really good. I enjoy it thoroughly.
Yeah.
I haven't played it as much as I thought I would be by now, but that's what being an adult is.
Yeah, same here.
You don't get to play as much Pokemon as you'd like. I'm only to the second island.
Okay, Sam's still on the first island.
Yeah, I'm not off the first island yet.
I find myself doing a lot of just battles just because the battle system is good and it's fun. So
It's fun, and they tweaked it just enough
yeah,
to make it fun. Yeah.
everything takes longer for me to do because I'm like, I want to do all the battles here and I want to catch the Pokemon I see that I don't have.
Yeah.
Like stuff
You're taking it slow.
Yeah, stuff I wouldn't have done before for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just not trying to burn through it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I burned through X and Y, and to a lesser extent, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. But this game looks so good, and everything is so different and new that I want to savor
Yeah,
this game.
savor the Pokemon flavor.
Yeah, exactly.
It
As
tastes
it
like
were.
pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah, this generation sure does.
Oh my god, have you seen the trailer for the Pokemon animated series Sun and Moon season?
No, all I've seen is a clip where Ash goes and sees a Beware, the big stuffed animal bear.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
And it's all good until Beware starts like breaking trees in half
and making this horrible noise.
Yeah, that's
Like
kind of
this
great.
high-pitched horrible noise.
Yeah,
I love the animation in the new season. It looks so much better.
it looks
than the
it's
original.
very different.
It is very different. Like they're going like on a more like comedic kind of route.
Well, and they actually move.
Yeah,
Like the original shows a lot of like
static shots.
static, like super anime,
Uh-huh.
generic.
Yeah.
Like this one, they actually move and it actually looks unique.
Though honestly, at this point, what shouldn't like Pikachu be like? I don't know, level 99 and just wreck everything now.
You would think, but Ash is the worst trainer.
This is true.
Just the worst.
I'd be calling in those Mewtwo favors. Anyway, Pokemon the game.
The game is really good. It looks amazing, and it runs really well on the new 3DS. It doesn't
I know, right?
It doesn't chug at all because even X and Y, when as soon as you turn the 3D on in those games, whether you had the new 3DS or the original, the thing like slowed down.
This one doesn't even do 3D.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't have 3D on my DS anyway.
Yeah,
I
never do.
never do either.
I've played it a little bit on the original 3DS,
Mm-hmm.
and those 4-on-4 battles,
Yeah.
it turns into a slideshow.
Oh, really?
It's insane.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Wow.
It can barely handle all those Pokemon on screen at once.
Jeez. But it's also loading trainers behind them.
Yeah.
Correct. So yeah, and that's a neat little twist, a little touch to the battle system. You see your trainer in the background, and they're a little more involved with the battle, I guess.
Well, with the Z moves, they do the little Sentai dance.
They do little dances. That's cool.
It's so good. Like, I got really excited the fact that the game had like an opening cinematic.
Yeah,
It's very
that
cinematic.
Opening was very good.
Like, it's fine. It's a Pokemon game, but it seems like it actually has like a plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is an actual plot. It's not just go out, catch them all, beat the gyms,
Win.
win the game. There is like things
There's
going
a story.
on behind the scenes.
Yeah, and there's actual cutscenes where things move and animate instead of just these base models walking around.
Just kind of sliding around the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me almost wish there was voice acting. 'Cause
Yes and no. Some of the
cutscenes would really benefit from it.
really. Okay. See, I haven't seen too many of the cutscenes outside of the opening cinematic and the first couple little things.
Yeah, when you ride the boat to go from one island to the other, there's a cutscene with dialogue, and it's like, this feels like it should be voiced.
Yeah. I will say I'm glad there's no voice for Hal, because I do not like that character as your rival so far. I'm probably the
He's not even really a rival. He's
no.
just
Well, he picked the one that's weak to you. Like,
Yeah.
he's going to lose every time.
Unlike, Gary, who would pick the one that is strong to you.
Because Gary's a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of gave up on the idea of having an actual rival for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I always liked having that character that was your antithesis, that's always kind of one step ahead. Kind of got you motivated to keep going a little bit.
Yeah, or like the one in Gold and Silver that just straight up stole the Pokemon. Like,
Yeah. Wasn't that Giovanni's kid or something?
I don't know.
So-
I don't remember.
It was something
a
like
long
that.
time ago.
Yeah, that was a very long time ago. I did like that generation though, the Gen 2.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Gold and Silver were my favorite Pokemon, probably.
Nice.
Although we'll see with this one though. Maybe by
Yeah.
the time I finish this one might be my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, from what I've been reading, like, a lot of people have been coming back to the Pokemon series because of this game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen quite a few posts on Twitter that are saying I haven't played a Pokemon game in 20 years, and now here I am on the subway playing.
7 generations later.
Yeah. Everything is so different. It's like a completely different game because
It really is.
It really is. Yeah. I'm glad they brought back character customization.
Oh yeah. I would have been really disappointed if they didn't. I love that for some reason.
And they did something that no other Pokemon game has been able to do. And it's a little thing, but I'm so excited for it. You can go without a hat.
Yeah.
You can take the hat off and just have hair. And that's really cool. It's so little and so minute and so dumb, but it's different from every other game.
Yeah.
And it makes it neat.
I wish there's not any good other hats to get in the first 2 islands.
Oh, really?
There's like no hats in the second store.
Oh.
And then the first store only has trilbies.
Trilbies, yeah.
And you don't wear that, no.
Shoot.
Like, I've noticed a lot of the clothing kind of looks like what golfers would wear on the golf course. There are a lot of polo shirts. There's only one feature that I haven't really played around with, and I haven't gotten the hang of yet, and that's the online features.
No, they're weird. And
I'm not quite sure what exactly is going on with that.
There's like this festival plaza, and people show up, and you get plaza points
By talking to them and answering questions, kinda, sorta.
And you can change like what stalls you have in your festival that does different things, but it's not very well explained at all.
No, they do a very bad job of it, but eventually we'll get the hang of it, I guess. That's where you do the online trading and stuff, and
Wonder Trade is full of
Young Goose. Yeah. Well, Young Goose is this generation's Pidgey or Caterpie or Bidoof.
I tried to catch a Caterpie.
Oh.
I killed it.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, they're all like level 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just really enjoying the game. I'm taking my time with it. I got the owl, the Rowlet. That's my dude.
Yeah, I went Litten.
Went Litten? Cool.
I got his second form. It's very cool.
Awesome.
Jeez. Already?
It's like not that far. It's like level 50, like 17 or something. It evolves 15.
Yeah, I mean that's how all starters really are.
Yeah.
I'm getting sick and tired of seeing Pecky Pecks or whatever they're called. Picky Peck.
Picky Pecks. Yeah, the one that goes from a woodpecker to a toucan by the end, and that's kind of neat.
I got the second stage of that one.
Oh yeah, is it good?
Yeah,
cool.
It's part of my team.
Right on. I don't know what else can we say about Pokemon. We're all not that far really into it.
Yeah,
I haven't even started.
Oh, you haven't?
Yeah, you got I got Moon.
Yeah, Moon. Sure.
Well, crap! I can't trade with any of you then.
310.
I got Sun.
Yeah.
All right.
Get on it.
You're the odd one out. You got Sun.
Uh-huh.
I kind of wish I would have got Sun because I don't like the 12-hour time difference.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that it's nighttime every time I play.
Yeah.
See, I play at night mostly, so my
it
games
works.
it works
Yeah,
for
it
me.
works
Moon
for you.
works for me.
Like,
yeah.
I kind of forgot like they did the weird time thing, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm like, man, is the main character's mom like a vampire or something? What is the deal here?
Yeah,
She's just waking up.
I thought my 3DS clock was set wrong.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, oh wait, no, that's just how Moon works. It's 12 hours off regular time.
Yeah.
For reasons.
Just
because.
yeah.
I don't know. I like the fact that the legendary in the Moon is ghost type.
I just like that it's a bat. Bats are cool.
Yeah. Bats are
It's a
pretty
bat that doesn't suck.
cool. Yeah. It's not a Zubat.
It's not a Zubat
Yeah.
or a Golbat.
But I have the theory that that little like particle cloud that the mysterious girl has in her bag everywhere, Cosmog. I have a feeling that is like a pre-evolved form of like both of the main dudes, and that's how they're gonna split the two main like legendaries. Like something will happen and it will get infused with something and become like. I call my shot. I don't know. I haven't read. I've purposely kept myself in the dark on a lot of spoilers.
Yeah.
With this game. It's something I don't usually do. I usually dive right into the spoilers when it comes to things.
I don't care for how, but Lily's okay.
Lily's alright.
I like having a character like that that's around and like she doesn't do Pokemon battles.
She does not like to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. By the second island, do you see the was it the Aether Foundation? The people that are all in white?
I haven't gotten to them yet, so I don't know.
Okay, all right. Just Team Skull.
Yeah, which I love Team Skull. They're hilarious. Just a bunch of like lame troublemakers that they aren't even really good at being bad guys.
They're like fake white rappers.
Yeah.
Wannabe white rappers. Yeah, and their arms never stop.
Yeah, they never stop moving.
Oh man.
I don't even know what they're about yet. Like it's just those grunts going around being dumb. Best Pokemon villains.
Oh yeah, the dumb ones are the best ones.
Yeah, since Team Rocket.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So who are the worst ones? I mean, I have an answer, but I want to hear.
I
want to
say Flare or not Flare. Well, Flare's pretty stupid because their whole mission is just they want everyone to be fabulous, which is dumb.
They want to kill everyone who's not pretty.
Yeah.
But they don't base it on physical appearance. It's just on your clothes, so you can buy your way into Team Flare. That's my pick. I think they are just the dumbest.
Yeah, I never cared for Flare.
I think Magma and what's the water one?
Aqua.
They're pretty dumb.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're going to resurrect these super god beings to change the earth. Oh no, they're changing the earth.
This was a bad idea.
Yeah, we immediately regret our decision.
Just Ocean was a bad choice, or no Ocean was a bad choice. We didn't think this through at all.
We made a huge mistake.
Now I understand why all these people wanted to stop us.
Oh gosh.
I think X and Y has the worst story.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a weird one.
I don't know what the heck they were doing with that.
Something with a giant and like a Pokemon War.
Yeah, there's a giant man for no reason except there just was a big man.
Yeah, just a big man.
A big man. Big weird man.
Yeah, it was a really lame story.
It was terrible.
Yeah. That ancient like space cannon that was underneath that town. I guess. I think that was it. Just so weird.
Didn't fit with Pokemon. It
No.
didn't fit with anything because it was terrible. It didn't make any sense.
No, but I tell you what was good was the post game on Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
I've heard that's
the
good.
the Delta episode. Yeah, it actually sets up why there were no Mega Evolutions and stuff in the prior games, and how there was a Ruby and Sapphire where there were no Mega Evolutions and things were different, and there weren't extra Pokemon, and then they have this one where everything is here. It's parallel universes. Like they come right out and say there are other universes, some in which where there are less Pokemon and they can't do all the neat stuff that ours can. So it's like once you hit remake territory, it's a different universe. Don't compare it to the originals.
Wow, that's weird. So every Pokemon game post X and Y takes place in an alternate universe than the originals.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because Sun and Moon might take place in the classic.
No, because it has Mega Evolution.
It'll have megas are unlocked once you beat the game.
Okay.
So you can't. Yeah, you don't get access to a mega ring. It gets added to your bracelet thing. Speaking of which, I've seen those bracelet things in store.
Yep.
How does that work?
It connects to your game, and once you activate a Z move, like it vibrates and stuff.
Lights up and vibrates.
Oh, so So how?
It's a
But how does it
toy.
connect? Is it like does it have an AR in the ring?
It's probably near field.
Near field?
Yeah, NFC.
Huh.
I don't know. It's a
That's
toy.
weird.
It's a toy for the kids.
It's a
Yeah.
toy, and it's $30.
Yeah. It's not even like sleek enough to be able to like stealth be an adult and wear it. You
Well,
are
doesn't
wearing a
give-
child's toy.
Yeah, it doesn't give you any game advantage
No.
or anything either. It's just a
No.
fun thing for the kids.
That would be the only reason I would consider it down the road, just because if it gave you some kind of advantage,
It'd
like
be cool if you
unlock
could
something.
activate your Z move with it.
Yeah. You have it judges your movements and you have to do the dance along with the screen.
Just Dance Z moves.
Yeah.
Yes. Good, perfect. It just turns into Just Dance.
Oh man, so good.
Do we have any other check it outs? I mean, we watched some movies.
Oh yeah, cool.
One pretty good and one not so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear it.
We watched The Witch, which is a recent-ish. Is it recent-ish?
Last year.
It was last. Oh yeah, it was last year. Horror movie.
Was it earlier this year?
It was earlier this year, actually. I think it said 2016 on Amazon.
Yeah.
You can cut a lot of that.
I will not.
Womp womp.
It's a period horror movie, like with like Pilgrim Times, colonial America.
Oh, it's
horror
fitting for the
movie.
holiday.
Yeah,
Yeah, see?
it actually is. These pilgrims that are kicked out of their village for being too religious.
I don't know. They didn't really explain
What?
it.
I don't know. They got kicked out of their village for something to do with the Jesus.
Yeah. Now listen, Jebediah, we're all pretty religious around here, but man, you got to take it back a notch.
You're bringing the whole community down.
That might have been.
Oh, really? Okay.
Wow, that's pretty nuts. Because pilgrims were like super pious.
Yeah. But they have a run-in with a witch. Or they think there's a witch.
How do you know she's a witch?
Well, you got to judge by the gingerbread house. You know, green skin, giant mole, rides around on a broomstick.
You ruined my joke.
Well, my joke was good too. So
The dialogue is like spot on for the time period. Like,
Well, apparently, we didn't notice until the end credits. There's like a little thing that pops up that said that the story was based on like a lot of like old like folk tales and like some of the dialogue was actually taken from like old journals, and so like the language used was really weird, and I mean that's probably why. It's probably we're wondering like how authentic is this? Because it was like I'm glad we had captions on because
yeah,
a
I'm
lot
like,
of
we're
stuff
gonna
is-
turn the captions on.
that's another thing. They had like really like thick like almost Scottish accents.
Yeah,
interesting.
I don't know how to describe like the plot without giving a lot of
Yeah,
stuff
exactly.
away.
This is a bit of a deviation, but every time you guys said the dialogue was really on point and really accurate, I keep picturing like a pilgrim saying YOLO and swag.
Yo, those pilgrims were on fleek, yo.
We doth getteth turnt.
Pretty much.
But like it leads you to believe that the story could go.
Well, yeah, you
couple
you don't know
different
what's
ways.
going on.
That sounds really interesting.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Like it's like really dark and like I don't know.
There's a lot of haunting imagery, haunting witch-based imagery.
Cool. Now, please, you don't spoil it, but just tell me that the twist isn't that it's set in modern day and they're living in the middle of a protected forest.
No.
No.
After all, okay.
Hey, I like the village.
You are the one.
Also, I was worried that the twist was going to be it was in their head all along, because like that's what the witch trials were.
Okay.
But that's not.
That's
it.
not the case.
That's
Okay,
not the
good.
case.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
So don't expect to be disappointed by that because you won't be.
Some stuff happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And that's on Amazon?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Stuff goes down. Almost exorcist. It gets almost
Oh, yeah.
exorcisty at points.
Ah, very cool.
Like it was a really good movie. The other movie we watched was The Mist, based on the
Oh,
Stephen
no.
King short story.
Oh no, is that the one with Tom Welling?
Is it? Is
No,
that
wait, that's the
it?
fog.
that-
Never
yeah,
mind. That's
yeah.
the fog.
Same thing.
Okay.
Which I had heard somewhere that it was good. I don't remember where,
I
but
don't know where you heard
whoever
that.
said that lied. 'Cause it was mediocre at best.
Oh.
I had read the original short story that it's based on, it, which is not very short either.
What's a novella?
But it was in a short book of shorts. One of Stephen King's short story books is like 80% The Mist.
Yeah.
It was just corny. Corny's not even the right word because then it would be kind of fun, and it wasn't fun either.
It's like corny without the fun.
Okay.
It was like a sci-fi original before
It's a little better than that, I think.
Before they reached Sharknado self-consciousness.
Yeah, it was probably better than slightly better than a sci-fi original movie.
Okay.
Pre-Sharknado.
Okay. So if it's a Stephen King based on a Stephen King thing, how many of his tropes were in there? Were there greasers?
No.
Was there a classic car?
No. Wait, a classic car is smashed by a tree.
Okay, that's yeah.
You don't see it at all.
Yeah.
Is it set in...
Maine or Connecticut?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. Oh, 2 out of 3.
There's extra dimensional creatures. That's kind of a thing he does.
Yeah, he does
Yep.
that. If he's doing sci-fi, it's extra dimensions. If it's horror, then it's either psychological or creepy clown.
But all these people get stuck in a supermarket because a fog appears outside. A mist appears, I guess, outside that has
Contractually obligated to call it a mist and not a fog.
Yeah.
Man, it's really misty out there.
It's really Brock out there, too.
Oh.
Pokemon.
there's a bunch of extra dimensional monsters in the mist.
Okay.
Instead of, ghost leper pirates.
Yeah.
That's
Wait.
what they were in the fog.
Oh,
I've
that's
never-
right. Yeah, they were. You're right.
There's
Yeah.
some good scenes. I like the stuff with the tentacle comes out from underneath the loading bay
You
doors.
would.
There's this big tentacle comes out and there's all kinds of spikes on it and it's cool.
Oh, right on.
If it was practical effects, it would have been awesome. But it's all bad CG.
It doesn't look bad. It just looks fake.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's worse than being bad. I can appreciate some bad effects, but just fakey fake. Yeah.
Yeah. What did I say when we were watching? I'm like, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look real. And some of the monsters are cool designs. I think the tentacle was cool.
Those big old spiders with spikes and
No thanks.
acid web.
Yeah.
No thanks. I hate spiders enough. I don't want to think of spiders that
Do
could
they
do
have
more to me.
full sets of teeth?
Oh.
They might have. Yeah. They had little faces on them.
Big old smiling spiders.
Xenomorph.
The ending was crap.
Oh, that was the worst part.
Yeah, it was a horrible ending. I just want to spoil it. 'cause
Yeah,
it
it's a
wasn't
bad
very
movie.
good.
Spoil it. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, they escape from a small ragtag bunch, including the main character and his son, escape from the supermarket and drive away in their big truck with 2 other characters, and they just keep driving until they run out of gas. And then they're like, "Uh-oh, what do we do now?" And they have a gun with 4. There's 5 of them, and they have 4 bullets. So you see a shot of the van, you see the muzzle flash 4 times, and then only the main character is left. He shot the 2 other people and his son and the lady from The Walking Dead. And then he gets out and he's doing all his overdramatic yelling,
Come get me! Kill me!
he had a barrel full of Oscars.
Yeah.
I'm trying real hard. I'm anguished, Dad. And then the army just comes barreling through. So if they would have waited 5 minutes, they would have been fine.
Oh wow, that's awful.
Yep. I've seen this movie, and it's garbage. I'm just sitting there, I'm waiting for him, yeah.
The funniest part was there's 2 ladies from The Walking Dead. It's Carol.
Carol and I forget the other lady's name, but she's dead on The Walking Dead now.
Most people are.
But it shows Carol driving by. You're is that blonde lady that's been in the whole movies on The Walking Dead
Yeah,
too?
because when I saw Carol, I'm like, oh, she's from The Walking Dead. And you're like, the other lady that's been in most of the movie was from The Walking Dead too. And I'm like, oh yeah. In my defense, she's dead on The Walking Dead, and I forgot about her. Carol's still on the show, as far as I know.
She is.
Lori or Lauren? Because I think that's her real name, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's Rick's dead wife's name. So it's the other lady, the blonde lady.
Andrea?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hated her. I hated her character in
Oh,
Walking
I liked
Dead.
her.
Yeah, I liked her.
Nope. Hated her. Dumb.
She probably did the best in the movie, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, but that ending. If I was doing it after you see the 4 muzzle flashes in the van, it would have ended.
Yeah,
Leave it
that would have
ambiguous.
been
You don't know what
who was left and who
Yeah.
was going to face the monsters. Yeah, that's a much better ending.
That's how I would have did it. But
Yeah.
They wanted you to feel.
Yeah.
But just like, what was that?
They wanted you to feel, not necessarily good or sad. Just they wanted you to feel, and you feel disgust for that film, so that you felt something.
Yeah. Or the military, when they're coming through, they just shoot him and kill him.
Yeah.
That would've
Oh,
worked
so
too.
you know,
So
so
they're just wiping everybody out.
A giant military truck or a tank drives through, and then the hatch opens, and it's a tentacle monster, just a big tentacle flopping out of the top.
The
It's like,
flamethrower.
we can drive now. They're holding a gun at the end.
This Day of the Tentacle movie went in a really weird direction.
All right. Well, hey, let's go ahead and take a break here, and when we come back, we'll talk about some news. Nerd Overload is sponsored in part by MB Subculture Comics and Costumes. MB Subculture is the one-stop shop for all your geeky needs, from comics and collectibles to unique custom costumes, masks, makeup, and more. MB Subculture is located at 127 South Sandusky Avenue in downtown Bucyrus. 419-562-0404 and online at subcultureoh.com. We're back. That was Good Times Roll by the Cars. And hey, speaking of cars, there was a trailer for Pixar's Cars 3.
Oh, yes, there was.
Yeah. It's not a secret that we are not a fan of the Cars franchise.
Oh, no.
Here at Nerd Overload.
No, we like good Disney films.
I personally think they are the worst, of the...
Of the whole Pixar
Yeah.
pantheon.
It's kind of weird. At Kent, I had a geology professor. He kind of gave me appreciation for the first car movies because he assigned it. Because we're covering the West, and he assigned to watch that movie and kind of study the
background.
rock formations and just kind of the.
Oh, sure. I mean, it looks very
setting.
nice, but the...
I don't know. I don't know. It just kind of gave me a weird appreciation for the first car movies.
Yeah. And in that sense, I can see that. But the plot and the design of the cars,
everything.
everything else is a kind of a problem.
And Larry the Cable Guy being involved.
Well, whatever with that.
Tomater.
But it also raises a bunch of questions like, how are car babies made?
That's another, he kind of signed that, and the paper kind of made sure we watched it. Kind of asked what kind of changes were made to the environment to allow for these cars to
Exist and live their
pretty much.
lives.
Yeah, what kind of how did human evolution get to the point where we are all sentient cars?
Actually, that is covered in the Pixar theory.
There is, yeah. After the apocalypse, humans' personalities went into things that they coveted the most. Their cars.
Well, there was the thing with
Something like
sentient toys and the Wall-E robot thing kind of evolved into what is the Cars.
Yeah, Cars is like the end of the line. It's like
Yeah.
post-Wall-E in the line.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, we're not talking about the old Cars movie. We're talking about the trailer for Cars 3. And it is surprisingly serious
Yeah, it's dark.
and realistic.
Yeah.
It's just a teaser trailer, and it's just a couple clips of race cars driving around a track super fast. And then you see a flash of lightning, the back end of Lightning McQueen, as he is wiping out, cuts to black, slow fade back up, as you see fire and sparks come from off screen.
And pieces and parts flying around.
Yeah, and then
He's rolling.
and then something like the sentence, everything changes starting now, kind of
Yeah.
pops up on screen. What is going on with this movie?
What are they doing to Lightning McQueen?
Did I just become a fan of the Cars franchise? Am I going to have to see this opening weekend?
Keep that Lightning McQueen rolling.
What are they going to... What kind of story are they setting up with this?
It seems pretty dark. Is it going to be him recovering
That's what
from
I'm
a
wondering.
huge accident?
Yeah, or you would think in the Cars universe, you can just swap out parts for cars, it's easier to recover if you're a car man than if you are a human man. A human. Like, I can't just go down to the human store and buy a new forearm. If I break my forearm, I gotta wait. But a fender, like, you just buy a new fender. So what's...
Can you imagine the human equivalent of this accident that happens?
Oh,
like it's like Usain Bolt hits a wall and explodes.
Oh my god! But you're totally right.
Yeah.
Oh my god! It's like when that Segway camera guy trips Usain Bolt.
Oh, a race car pile up? Like sometimes it's just a pile of people just flopping around. Oh no! I gotta know more. I hate to say it. I can't believe I'm saying these words.
They got you.
They got me. They got me.
Ooh! A thought just popped in my head. What if this is kind of like the Creed thing for like Rocky becomes a coach and starts coaching a new generation of boxer? What if Lightning McQueen is damaged so much that he can't race anymore?
And they have to strap him to the back of Mater. It's the only way he can get away around now.
But he is coaching a younger, up-and-coming race car.
Then again, being strapped permanently to the back of Mater would be like a weird, like, car human centipede situation.
Or it's like in the Game of Thrones when Bran was being carried around by Hodor.
Like mouth to exhaust.
Oh.
No, yeah, he has to be towed around by Mater all the time, and it's just about them
just a personal hell.
Yeah, learning to live together, physically together.
So it's a wacky sitcom.
Yeah.
One's a former race car, and the other one's Larry the Cable Guy.
They're an odd couple.
Yeah. But no, it's so out of tonally different from every other Cars. And okay, what's the last thing in the Cars universe that was released? Planes. The one where it was cars, but they're talking planes.
And Pixar wasn't actually involved. It was a Disney joint.
It was a Disney thing, and Ryan Reynolds was the flying plane. The voice of the
no,
little...
I thought it was
Dane Cook.
Dan Cook.
Oh, it was Dan
yeah.
Cook.
Ugh.
Well, can you blame me?
Yeah, there's not a lot of difference there.
At this point,
Except
at this
I
stage
like
of the
Ryan
game,
Reynolds.
Yeah, that is the only difference. Ryan Reynolds has somehow managed to stay likable, where Dane Cook is not.
Planes looked terrible. I never actually
From what I've read, it is terrible.
I've never actually watched Cars 2, for that
Yeah, I
matter.
haven't either.
I don't. That's like the Tokyo Drift,
Yeah.
where Mater's also a spy, kinda.
It's a spy movie about sentient cars.
That car is gonna sneak into that building.
Hey,
Just you watch.
hey, Michael Caine was a real fancy car spy.
I think a lot of Pixar movies will sound ridiculous if you describe them like that. It's a prison movie about sentient toys. That's Toy Story 3.
The monsters in your closet aren't as bad as you think.
Actually, I think that was a tagline in a trailer.
It might have been, yeah.
Sentient fish finds his son. Talking fish locates son at dentist. Fish with mental illness finds her parents.
Girl has bear for mom. Wackiness ensues. Hey kids, remember Cubert?
That one was not a Pixar.
Well, close enough.
Shoot.
Bugs have more going on than you'd think.
You ever wonder what the bugs are doing when you're not looking?
I know this isn't a Pixar movie, but what's the deal with bees?
Oh, behave.
No, that's wrong.
Shut up.
All right.
Wait, we've gone completely off the rails on this one.
Yeah. Let's try to get it back on track a little bit.
On
Trains.
track.
On track, yeah.
Cars on a
Oh
track?
man, this Thomas the Tank Engine. They can't go to trains.
I don't know. There's a buttload of kids shows about trains.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
Thomas the Tank Engine. the ill-named Chuggington.
I forgot about Chuggington. I have to watch Chuggington every once in a while for work, and that show is weird.
What are you talking about? Thomas the Tank Engine is weird.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
true.
They live in the land of Sodor. Sounds like it's down the road from Middle Earth.
Okay, think about this for a sec. Okay, you guys remember Shining Time Station, right? Okay, that show not only had Frenchie from Grease, it also had both Ringo Starr and George Carlin playing the same role. They were both Mr. Conductor. Can you imagine? What? We are living in a weird universe where that is a thing that exists.
Wasn't Pierce Brosnan on that too for a while?
For a while, yeah, I think so. So weird.
I never liked that when I was a kid.
Really?
I wasn't into Thomas.
You know, I never sought it out, but if it was on, I wouldn't change the channel. Well, it's because it was PBS, and there's always a good chance Batman 66 would come on afterwards. You never knew. At that age, you don't know. You don't know the schedule. You just write it out until the show you want comes on. But no, we really got to get back on track with this.
Phrasing.
So, yeah, thanks. There's we mentioned Ryan Reynolds earlier, so let's talk about Deadpool 2. A while back, we had a news thing about the director of Deadpool 1 was officially off the project.
What's his name? Tim Miller?
Tim Miller, yeah, he's going on to do get a lucrative deal with Sony to do the live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Which, fun fact, I learned that he worked at the CG studio that produced the cutscenes for Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, you mean Sonic with guns?
Yes, so it's not the
Gunnick.
first... Yeah, it's not the first time he's been in the Sonic the Hedgehog wheelhouse.
Interesting. Okay, well that actually kind of makes a shred more sense. Not much, but just a shred.
He was there with Sonic at one of his lowest points.
He's good friends with Sonic.
Yeah. But anyway, they Deadpool 2 has been looking for a new director, and it seems like they've got it. The guy who did the first John Wick movie. The director's name is David Leitch, or Lech, Leitch. John Wick was great. It was nothing but action. John Wick, for those of you who don't know, is a Keanu Reeves movie where he was a retired hitman for the mob who just wanted to quit, and then the mob killed his girlfriend. But so he was living on his own with a puppy that his girlfriend had gotten for him about a week before she died, and then the mob came back and killed his puppy. So he decided to take out the entire mafia in the most violent way possible. And it's just barely a frame narrative for just an hour and a half of Keanu Reeves doing crazy gun action.
It sounds like Hardcore Henry without the gimmick.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. And that seems like it would be a good fit for Deadpool as long as they get a couple of good writers to write some good jokes in there. So we know this guy can do action. So that's great. I'm in. Plus, we know this Deadpool 2 is going to have more action. Is going to be a little more action-oriented because they're introducing a wider X-Men universe with Cable and, I think, Domino. I think they're going
Domino,
to they're going to be
They've
casting.
said they're going to do Domino.
Which means they could be building toward an X-Force movie.
They are building towards an X-Force movie. That's a thing that's actually...
Especially with X-23 being in Logan.
Oh, the theory is actually when they... this X-Men movie... The Deadpool X-Men is in a separate universe from the current Logan. So when they do the X-Force movie, that's when they're going to reintroduce Wolverine as a different actor. That's the theory. Now that's not set in stone. That could just be someone on the internet talking out of their butt. But that's the theory. That's where we're going to see whoever's going to be playing new Wolverine.
Ryan Reynolds said the hand that's holding Logan's hand on the movie poster for Logan is his hand.
Oh, really?
It's his tiny hand.
Yes, it's his tiny hand.
That's awesome. Oh, that's great. But no, I'm excited for Deadpool 2. I really enjoyed Deadpool 1, and I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm totally in.
I think it's a great pick. It's a good fit. I wish they would have picked the Soska sisters.
Yeah, that would have been good too.
To direct it.
That would have been really good.
Yeah, because they wanted it so bad, and they would have did a good job.
They would have. Yeah, they really would have.
A very good job.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this other guy puts in some maximum effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be honest, that's the one thing about the Deadpool movie that kind of stuck out as something that wasn't as great. They tried to give Deadpool a catchphrase
That wasn't chimichangas.
that wasn't just a non sequitur. It was the maximum ever thing. I don't think that's ever popped up anywhere in the comics ever. That's never been a thing.
Huh. And it wasn't a thing. Like, it really didn't pick up
It didn't
all that much.
Yeah, as like a really failed attempt at like him. Yeah. Now, if they would have played it off as like, I'm a superhero now, superheroes have to have catchphrases.
Oh man, that would have been a good joke.
And he would have been trying different ones throughout the
Oh, that
movie.
that would have been really
That would have
good.
been a really good joke, but unfortunately, it didn't go that way.
I'm just glad they didn't lean real hard into the chimichangas. They did
Yeah.
it. They did it once.
Once.
They did it at the right time, and it was funny.
Perfect.
and it was in one of the ads for leading up to the movie.
Well, yeah, and that's fine for ads.
Yeah.
That's cool. Speaking of ads and short clips and stuff, Doctor Who is coming back for Christmas, and
As it always does.
and it's coming up soon, which is scary because that also means Christmas is coming up soon. But we sat here and watched a little, was like 2.5 minute trailer teaser
For the Christmas
for the
special.
Christmas episode, and it leaves me with some questions, mostly because I'm not a Doctor Who guy. But since when were there superheroes in Doctor Who?
Never.
Okay,
Not
in a universe where the Doctor is essentially a superhero.
yeah.
he is, yeah, but
But not like tights wearing, flying around Superman.
yeah, bulletproof Superman, like what we got in the Doctor Who trailer.
Yeah. I mean, he's in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Something's going on. There's a Superman type guy.
yeah, the Ghost.
Yeah.
It's like if Superman, but also Batman. It seems like.
Yeah. It seems like the takeoff on kind of making fun of
A little bit.
superheroes, the concept a little bit.
Yeah. So, what do you think that is?
I don't know. I hated it at first. I hated the idea at first.
Yeah.
But like, you can't argue that it doesn't make sense because I mean, it makes sense in the world of Doctor Who that somebody would have superpowers.
Yeah.
Like, you can't try to argue that it doesn't fit in the universe because
Right.
it can.
When you have normal humans that have had essentially superpowers show up on the show before, at some point someone's got to put on a mask and go, "Hey, I can do this."
Yeah. And the way they seemed to handle it in the trailer, it was kind of funny. And
Yeah.
like it seemed like a smart takeoff, so maybe it'll be good. Like,
Yeah.
I went from hating it to being cautiously optimistic.
Well, I have a feeling that it has more to meets the eye because when they made a very clear point to when this superhero character popped up in the teaser, they cut to the Doctor and he kind of squinted a little bit, like it's like very clear that he knows what this actually is.
I mean, and of course he does. He's the Doctor.
He's the Doctor, of course he knows. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing in like Doctor Who, everything that seems, I don't want to say, like for a better term, like outlandish, that everyone's like trying to disbelieve whatever it is, there's always a Whovian explanation for it. Like, oh, this house is haunted by ghosts. No, they're just, pixie aliens in the gas lines. Or, hey, here's Santa Claus. Actually, it's a mental hallucination.
Or was it?
Oh, this is true. They did leave that weird little bit at the end there.
Also,
didn't
it was Nick
Nick
Frost.
Frost. Yes.
That was pretty great. That was a great episode.
And of course, they're bringing back that dude from Little Britain.
I was going to say that bald guy.
Yeah, because he was in the last Christmas special.
Yeah.
He was like River Song's like assistant dude.
So, but none of these are the companion as of
Nope.
yet, right?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I can't remember her name now.
Is she supposed to be in the...
No.
Okay.
She's in the series. She's in the new season, but she's not in the Christmas special.
Gotcha.
That we know of, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no big, like, guess who's returning? No, there's
nothing
no
like
big
that.
surprise.
Unless they throw it in last second.
Yeah.
They like, oh, by the way, here's a twist.
What'd
Here's
you tweet?
Here's Clara Oswald again.
Yeah. The Doctor turned into Matt Smith again for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, weren't you saying something about how they want Capaldi out?
There's a rumor floating around because of a report in the Mirror, I think, unreputable
So,
British
you can't-
newspaper tabloid
Yeah.
that say they want Capaldi out as soon as possible to replace them with a dashing young male lead like David Tennant and go back to the Tennant era of Doctor Who.
With a dashing male lead and a young female companion.
Yeah.
I can understand from a business standpoint why they'd want to do that, but it seems to me that fans have been seeming to enjoy the Capaldi stuff.
I love it. I love the Capaldi stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm of the mind, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
I don't think that it will be the direction they go, because here lately they have been pushing very hard on some big shakeups to the mythos of Doctor Who. Mm-hmm. Like you had the Master come back as a female.
Yeah.
Which has been mentioned.
Which was a great idea.
Which has been mentioned in the past before, that, Time Lords could be different genders. Mm-hmm. And then we actually see it in the last Doctor Who episode from the last season, where a Time Lord regenerates from a older white man to a African American woman.
So they're setting the stage for a non white male Doctor.
Maybe.
You think?
Maybe. Possibly. Some kind of shakeup, maybe.
Yeah. And I mean, it's been, what, 30 years, 40 years?
Over 50.
Over 50? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
then again, I don't watch Doctor Who, so I don't have the attachment that a lot of people have to it. So
one of the
it's
big
like, whatever.
rumors that kind of leads this is they might be regenerating the Doctor again, is the fact that this next season is going to be Capaldi's third season, and with the New Who,
Cindy New Who?
Cindy New Who.
Yes, Cindy New Who. All the actors leave after like 3 seasons.
I was hoping that joke would get a better laugh.
I'm sorry.
I was pretty proud of myself for that one. Okay, all right.
Boo.
Cindy Boo-Hoo.
Cindy Boo-Hoo, yeah. Now I've lost my train of thought.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. They said one of the reasons why they wanted him out is because merchandise sales went way down, but that doesn't make sense because the show hasn't been on for a year.
Yeah.
So who's going to buy... What kid's going to buy a toy for a show that's not even online? They're on right now for them to watch.
Yeah.
Right. And outside of... I mean, I guess T-shirts and action figures and... I mean, how many times can you buy the TARDIS?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the inside changes. The outside's the same. You buy one TARDIS and everlasting TARDIS. It just lasts you all the time.
It doesn't transform into a robot or anything.
No, that would be
Tardimus Prime.
awesome. Yeah, Tardimus Prime, that would be super great. Why has no one ever thought of that before?
Man, do you guys remember those Transformer Star Wars toys?
Yes.
The ships that transformed into different characters?
Yeah, at one point I had a Star Destroyer that turned into a Darth Vader. That also turned into an Anakin.
Well, I
remember... It was a triple changer.
That was Star Wars, though. You said Star Trek.
Did I?
You said
yeah,
Star
you
Trek.
said Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I totally meant Star Wars.
I knew what you meant.
Oh, man.
Although it would
be a huge nerd faux pas.
Yeah, you would. Although it would be very easy to turn the Enterprise into a person. It already has the legs. It'd be super easy. Make it Scotty. He's got the gut too.
Oh,
circular.
Yeah.
I want an Enterprise that turns into Shatner.
That would be great. But like modern day Shatner.
Yeah, it's an Enterprise that turns into Captain Kirk and also turns into modern day Shatner.
Yeah. It turns into Shatner sitting at his computer tweeting angry things at the cast of Supernatural.
What?
Have you ever seen Shatner's Twitter?
No.
He constantly harasses one of the actors from Supernatural. And it's harassment to the level where I can't tell if he's joking or if he's being super serious about it.
Like salty Shatner?
Yeah. Salty Shatner all the time.
Huh.
Oh, and he tweets about his horses too. Like a lot about his horses.
I saw when it was voting time, he said he wasn't going. People got mad at him because he said he wasn't voting, and he's like, "Because I'm Canadian."
He doesn't have like any citizenship, really.
Really?
Technically, he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is
Can't
Canadian.
go anywhere.
He is a man without a nation.
His home is in the stars.
That's it.
Yeah, because the Federation was not nations. It was a coalition of planets.
Yeah.
All are one for a common goal. Geopolitical conversations of a sci-fi universe.
Yes. Speaking of being members of these United States, we have one last news thing, and this is going to be kind of a stretch, so we're gonna wing it. A few years ago, DC had this promotion. I forget what comic it was, but they put out 52 covers, different like variant covers.
52, you don't say.
52, yeah, no kidding, right? And it was for New Justice League, and it was for each state. It was like a different flag. It's like the Justice League holding up a flag, and each flag was the state flag. And at the time, a lot of people and a lot of Marvel fans were like, "This is ridiculous. No one at Marvel will ever do a bunch of variant cash grab like this. This is ridiculous." Well, it's been announced that for the new comic U.S.Avengers, they are putting out 50 variant covers each.
More than that.
No, it's you're right. A few more because that also had Canada and Puerto Rico in it. But they are all featuring one state and an Marvel superhero that has had at least some kind of connections. Tangential connection to that state. So I have a few of them here, and we're not going to read through all of them because it would get boring. But so let's go through, and these are some of the highlights, I guess. Did we know that Hellcat was from Alaska?
Or did something in Alaska once.
In Alaska.
Maybe she had a layover from a flight. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe in her Patsy Walker days, she went there on vacation.
Yeah. Captain America, the boy from Bronx,
Brooklyn.
Avenger of Delaware.
Well, George
shield?
Washington.
Hey guys, I'm in Delaware.
Is there a Shield headquarters there?
I don't know. We have Captain Marvel from Massachusetts. That kind of fits, I suppose.
Marvel-chusets.
Yeah. The Thing, the hero of Michigan. I don't even know what to say for some of these. Hey, it's everyone's favorite Machine Man from North Dakota.
Is Machine Man even a hero?
Oh yeah, he's a hero. They don't do much with him anymore, but he has been kind of a comedic character ever since Next Wave.
Oh, see, I thought
Which I guess makes sense because they went to North Dakota to stop Fin Fang Foom. He was angry because they put pants on Fin Fang Foom.
Oh, right.
Next Wave was a weird comic, you guys. It was very good, but it's very weird.
There's the Hulk.
Oh yeah, totally awesome Hulk.
From
Amadeus Cho.
Amadeus Cho, the smartest boy on earth that turns into a Hulk. Hero of Utah.
Totally awesome Hulk from Totally Awesome Utah.
Well, he's a big jazz fan. Yeah. Okay, so got two more here. Jack of Hearts, who I'm pretty sure has been dead for over a decade, is the hero of South Dakota. The charred remains of the character of everyone's favorite D-list character, Jack of Hearts. Well, I guess South Dakota's kind of a D-list state anyway, so I guess it makes sense.
Oh.
And finally, if anyone is curious, the hero of Ohio is a character named Black Knight, who is C-list at best. Like no one.
Hey, he recently got his own series.
Yeah, but it was set in an alternate universe where everything is weird. In fact, the world was called Weird World. Yeah, it wasn't.
Just so you know how weird it is.
It wasn't very good. But anyway, yeah, that is a weird thing. And it got me kind of thinking about what has been going on in the main Marvel and DC universe in Ohio. There are, normally see New York. In Marvel, it's New York primarily. California every once in a while.
Why didn't they put Howard the Duck on the cover?
There's no Howard the Duck comic right now.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gone back into...
There's a...
Still.
That would be great.
They
There's
put
that
Jack of
duck.
Hearts on there.
That actually would have been... Actually, that would have been perfect for Ohio because Howard the Duck was set in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's why I said, why didn't they put Howard the Duck on there?
There's the Duckpool comic coming out.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's see. So I looked up from DC and Marvel Comics some highlights of things that have happened in Ohio in comics.
In a segment we're calling Ohio and Heroes.
Yeah. So some of the major things. In DC Comics, Ohio is the birthplace of Barbara Gordon.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah, because Barbara Gordon isn't the biological daughter of Commissioner Gordon. It's his sister.
Oh.
It's his sister's kid who he adopted when she was a baby.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Bucyrus was the landing spot of Doomsday.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Our friends over at Subculture, you better watch out.
Yeah.
The guy who killed Superman crash landed in Bucyrus, I guess.
Really?
Really? At least according to the DC Wikipedia.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So, let's see.
Doomsday really like those brats.
The funeral for Booster Gold, again, back in the 90s, was held in Cincinnati, but that's only because it was the cheapest place to bury him. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and his Booster Gold's from the future. His like modern day relative Daniel Carter was from Covington.
Oh,
So it's close to Cincinnati. Yeah, it's like on the same city, different sides of the river, basically. Let's see. There was a character named Commander Steel. Oh, I was telling you guys this before the show. This is the one I knew. There's a character named Commander Steel that has ties to not only Ohio but Ohio State football. He was a quarterback that got injured and then was partially turned into metal. And
got
then
a robot leg.
robot leg, I guess. So that's DC. So on the Marvel side, oh, fun fact: originally, when Central City, the home of the second Flash, while Barry Allen was created, it was originally in Ohio.
Huh.
But that was only for like 2 issues, and then it was moved out to middle of nowhere, Kansas, or whatever. So anyway, so we were almost the birthplace of the Flash, technically, kind of. Let's see.
Also, the Hall of Justice is in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
That building, what is it, a museum?
it's a museum. Yeah,
Yeah, the design-
that's a real thing.
Yeah, the design of the Hall of Justice is based on that building.
Or is it the other way around? Well, the Power Rangers command center is a Jewish university thing.
Oh yeah,
It's a Jewish like university library or something.
And when I mention Hall of Justice, I mean like Super Friends Hall of Justice.
Yeah. Okay, so the only thing from Marvel, I couldn't really find any big events, but here's one that's probably the biggest thing. The only thing from Marvel is that Bruce Banner was born in Dayton, Ohio.
He's the son of Dayton.
Yep.
Huh.
So there you go.
Huh.
Birthplace of the Hulk.
Birthplace of aviation and the Hulk.
And the Hulk. Well, no wonder he's angry.
Oh.
But he's on the Utah cover, and it's not even that
It's
Hulk.
not even that Hulk. So, but anyway, so I hope that was fun. It was fun for us. I hope it was fun for you. But I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. You've been listening to Nerd Overload. Thank you very much for tuning in. You can find us each and every day over at nerdoverload.com.
You can also find us at Facebook at facebook.com/Nerd Overload Radio.
You can email us at staff@nerdoverload.com.
You can tweet at us at nerd_overload, and you should subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Nerd Overload TV.
That's right. And we are on iTunes and Stitcher, so you can check out all of our past episodes over there. And I think that's it. So, again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Hope you have a great Thanksgiving.
Pizza out. Turkey out.
Turkey out.
Turkey out.
Gobble gobble.
This show was sponsored in part by MB Subculture Comics and Costumes.